Welcome to Washington America Show with international multimedia journalist, multidimensional, multifaceted artist and director of Human Rights Justice Council USA, Dr. Drkashifsohail.
Bungee jumping is an extreme sport which implies jumping in the open, tied by the legs with an elastic cord. It is one of the most popular extreme sports and it brings one of the biggest doses of adrenaline. Launching is being made from cranes, bridges, and other facilities, but not buildings. After the jump follows some stretches and eases of the cord on the vertical. This activity isn't as dangerous as it seems.
Accidents are rare and they happen if the cord isn't well tied or, as it happened in some countries, isn't tied at all. Still, this sport isn't recommended to those who have heart, back, or eye problems. The falling takes only about 5 to 6 minutes, but they are lived to the maximum. After the fall, comes the rebound, which brings as well great sensations. Some say the rebound is the best part.
To amplify the sensations to the maximum, some jump with different heavy objects which they release when they reach the maximum point of the stretching. Bungee jumping is quite popular in New Zealand. Bungee jumping is an activity that implies jumping down from a high place, up to 100 meters, with the end of the elastic cord attached to their ankles and tied to the initial jumping off point.
When the person jumps, the cord stretches up, so that the jumper oscillates up and down for a certain time. This activity is considered dangerous, not only physically but also psychologically. Nevertheless, this kind of sport allows eliminating personal complexes, fears, and attaining a real sense of freedom. Bungee jumping seems most terrifying for the first time, but later the person's impressions begin to decline.
In order to make bungee jumping even more exciting, the entrepreneurs usually select the highest spots to jump off. The process is extremely interesting in terms of its speed and the jumper's immediate emotions. Bungee jumping is a sport that has dramatically evolved over the past couple of decades. Bungee jumping has evolved into a sport of art and thrill. As a tribal tradition, the ritual was soon incorporated with a bungee cord.
Bungee jumping spread rapidly throughout the world, ever growing in popularity. It is an adventurous sport in which people jump from higher ground such as a bridge with an elastic rope tied to their ankles to stop them from hitting the ground. The rope is designed to stretch, not break. When the rope has stretched all the way, the jumper bounces back up.
When people jump they wear safety equipment like helmets and a harness. Bungee jumping has several dangers. The rope has to be the right size for your weight, or it may break. The safety harness has to fit properly or the force of the drop could cause a person's bones to break. The rope has to be the right length or a person could hit the ground before being stopped by the rope. The overwhelming sense of adventure assists in making bungee jumping so popular.
There are lots of people who are naturally drawn to all of the aspects of thrill-seeking, from the adrenaline rush it has on one's whole system to the knowledge that one is essentially risking life and limb and looking to win the game. Bungee jumping, however, definitely feels like a fall and will give you that sinking stomach feeling. It is over in a few short seconds, and then you sort of dangle or hang there until you are lower down to the ground.
Bungee jumping is, however, undeniably responsible for a range of serious medical complaints, including musculoskeletal pain in the neck and back, headaches, dizziness, and blurred vision. Thankfully, most of these symptoms have no lasting effects, yet there are tales of much rarer and more severe afflictions. Both skydiving and bungee jumping are done from a height. Skydiving, jumping from an airplane, is usually done from around 13,000 feet in altitude, while bungee jumping, jumping from a platform with a bungee cord, is more like a couple of 100 feet.
Jumping from a height will always be scary. Intense emotion can trigger a heart attack in susceptible individuals. But even people without an underlying heart problem can literally be scared, almost, to death. It is a condition is caused by the fight or flight response. Jump scare scenes can result in a heart attack if you experience any irregular symptoms while watching a movie, such as a rapid heartbeat leading to faintness or dizziness, as well as shooting pains in the chest or arms. You should attend a heart screening appointment with a cardiologist.
Eyesight damage is the most frequently reported complication. Very serious injury can also occur if the jumper's neck or body gets entangled in the cord. More recently, carotid artery dissection leading to a type of stroke after bungee jumping has also been described. All of these injuries have occurred in fit and healthy people in their 20s and 30s. Bungee jumping has also been shown to increase stress and decrease immune function.
Experiencing some stress is normal, and sometimes even beneficial for your health. But over time, persistent surges of adrenaline can damage your blood vessels, increase your blood pressure, and elevate your risk of heart attacks or stroke. For some first-time jumpers, it can be a daunting experience to throw you off a perfect safe tower into the unknown. Make sure you jump with a reputable company with high safety and risk management procedures in place.
Check things like, does the company use 2 points of attaching the bungee cord to each customer? Have they been operating for long? Do they abide by the bungee jumping regulations? Believe in yourself. One of the greatest challenges facing a first-time bungee jumper is getting their minds around the fact they are about to jump off a perfectly good tower. It's not a natural thing to do, and there will be nerves.
First-time jumpers need to embrace this feeling, have confidence in themselves, and know that they can do this. The only thing standing in their way is themselves. Bring a sense of adventure. For many people, this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Embrace the challenge and face that fear that many people have, the fear of having regret for not doing it. Bring a mate. No better way to experience bungee than with a friend. You'll be mates for life after completing a bungee on the same day together.
Wear anything you're comfortable, like t-shirts, singlets, shorts, long pants, it doesn't matter. You can bungee jump barefoot, but if you prefer to jump with shoes on, make sure they are enclosed and secure on your feet. Be prepared to get hooked. This activity is highly addictive. Once you complete your first bungee jump, be ready to have this amazing sense of personal satisfaction and achievement.
Bungee jumping, also spelled bungee jumping, which is an activity that involves a person jumping from a great height while connected to a large elastic cord. The launching pad is usually erected on a tall structure such as a building or crane, a bridge across a deep ravine, or on a natural geographic feature such as a cliff. It is also possible to jump from a type of aircraft that has the ability to hover above the ground.
The thrill comes from the free falling and the rebound. When the person jumps, the cord stretches, and the jumper flies upwards again as the cord recoils and continues to oscillate up and down until all the kinetic energy is dissipated.
The elastic rope, first used in bungee jumping, and still used by many commercial operators, is factory-produced braided shock cord. This special bungee cord consists of many latex strands enclosed in a tough outer cover.
Please share the video, subscribe to our channel.